Jura is the greatest threat to Boruto, as he ends his life in any possible future. But what does the terrible future, mentioned by Kashin Koji in the new chapter, and how is the Ten-Tails capable of destroying the entire universe? Additionally, we learned how Boruto became so powerful. Enjoy watching. Thanks to the release of the new chapter, we discovered several interesting events. The first is that Kashin Koji can see the future. The second is how Boruto managed to become so strong. We also got more insight into the Ten-Tails. After the time skip, the main character became incredibly powerful. Hiraishin, a new Rasengan, Uchiha's techniques. But during his journey with Sasuke, Boruto only managed to learn the basics of the techniques, and he didn't invent anything new. However, after Uchiha had to sacrifice himself to allow his student to escape from Code, Boruto met Kashin Koji, who said that he would help the main character become stronger by teaching him the techniques that Boruto already knows, but only in the future. And this is probably the most overpowered ability of Jiraiya's clone. Thanks to the ability to see the future, he knew what techniques the boy mastered and how he learned them. Because of this, he is able to teach the main character this power right now, allowing the boy to become much stronger. This is why we see such a huge leap in Boruto's abilities. All these techniques were supposed to be acquired in the future, possibly a very distant one. But thanks to Koji, Boruto gained this power during the time skip. Now the question of where the Flying Thunder God technique came from is answered, as Koji taught him everything. This also means that the new Rasengan came from the future as well. I am curious how Boruto obtained the Hiraishin and Uzuhika in the visions mentioned by Jiraiya's clone. Who was his teacher there? But maybe we'll find out more about this later. Thanks to the visions, Boruto became so overpowered that he easily defeats Code, and is even capable of standing up to the Ten-Tails. However, in one version of the future, Boruto loses to his brother without even becoming stronger, and Code defeats Kawaki and creates the divine tree. From this, we can conclude that Code is stronger than Kawaki, but we also learn that there are other timelines that might come to pass where Boruto always dies at the hands of Jura, who is part of the Ten-Tails, if he can be called that, since he is essentially the leader of all the evolved Juubi fragments. And here questions arise. Why? Is it because he is the first of those who were created, or is he the main body of the Ten-Tails? However, there are uncertainties in both scenarios. We were shown how a hybrid of the Ten-Tails and a human is created through the Thorn Soul, which forms on one of the roots of the divine tree. However, this fruit must be picked and placed on a metal cube in the center of the place where they are all located. This raises new questions. Who picked the first Thorn Soul and placed it on the cube? Did the tree itself do it, or is there someone else? There is also an issue with the main body of the Ten-Tails. Jura essentially cannot be the main body, as the divine tree spreading across the entire planet is the main body of the tailed beast. Then perhaps Jura is the consciousness that manifested through the Thorn Soul? It's unclear. The only thing known is that he bears some resemblance to Jigen and is somehow drawn to Naruto. As for the other fragments of the tailed beast, this can only mean a connection to the Hokage, but through whom the tree gained this connection is unclear. The only thing known is that the Thorn Soul can create a new semblance of Jura, and also free those imprisoned in the tree. So if we take the Thorn Soul from Hidari, we can bring Sasuke back, and similarly with everyone who is in the tree. But there are far more bitten than shown Thorn Souls. This can only mean one thing, that many genes are stored in one such fruit, which are imprisoned through the tree. After the time skip, we were shown only 4 evolutions of the tailed beast: Jura, the leader, Hidari, Matsuri, and a clone of Bug, whose name I don't remember. But now another one has appeared, resembling Gaara's son, Shinki. And now, this group of 5, according to Kashin Koji, who has seen the future, will bring about the end of the world and create the most dreadful future he has ever seen. And since Jura defeats Boruto in almost every timeline, I have a question. When should we expect the death of the main character? Because so far, almost nothing has changed from what Koji saw. And if this happens, then there are only 2 options left. The first is karma for the main character. The second is friendship with Momoshiki, who would help in the battle against the Ten-Tails. But I personally would not want to see the main character become friends with Otsutsuki. We've already seen this story with Naruto and Kurama. Momo is not a pet. He's a member of a hostile clan with his own ambitions, and he needs this planet only as a source of nourishment in his quest to become a god. But now, the most terrifying of all possible futures is indeed happening, as the evolved Ten-Tails will hunt the Otsutsuki. The tree is now becoming a natural enemy to this entire clan, though perhaps it has always been that way, and it's quite possible that these events will push Momo toward cooperation. But for now, Jura and his team are considered the most dangerous in the universe, as they can hunt those who consume entire planets for their evolution. This is likely the dreadful future Koji spoke of. If the Ten-Tails is not stopped, not only their planet, but the entire universe will suffer. However, I still don't fully believe this, as the Otsutsuki have been consuming chakra fruits for thousands of years. This means that they, more than anyone else, know what the Ten-Tails is, and what evolutions can occur with it. Based on this, I suspect that there is something else the authors haven't revealed to us yet, or perhaps someone is behind the entire evolution. I'll be waiting for you in the comments to read your opinions. Good luck to everyone.